Tariff turbulence on the stage is random chaos, but a deliberate maneuver designed to reshape power dynamics and ignite a manufacturing renaissance in America. This strategic recalibration leverages tariffs to force trade partners into negotiating positions, triggering shifts that could ultimately restore lost industrial strength and national pride. International trade frameworks have been built on decades of agreements, yet the current tariff surge suggests a radical departure from established economic routines today. The blueprint behind these tariff measures reveals calculated intentions rather than haphazard policy decisions, reflecting a desire to reclaim lost ground with renewed vigor. At the heart of this movement is a commitment to revitalize domestic manufacturing by pressuring international partners into fairer trade arrangements for American workers. Trade friction is manifesting globally, and real-time events, like recent disagreements over agricultural imports, underscore its practical implications, which are stirring domestic debates eagerly. A notable case emerged when key export markets imposed counter-tariffs, pushing supply chains to adapt in unexpected and sometimes comical ways with agility. Even well-established trading nations, facing mounting pressure, are beginning to reconsider outdated protocols in favor of modern strategies that reflect today's highly dynamic markets. The current approach also reveals a keen sense for geopolitics that intertwines economics with national security priorities seamlessly, while robustly boosting domestic competitive resilience. One can even find humor in the situation, as international boardrooms navigate heated debates over tariff adjustments like a sitcom script with unexpected laughter. Tariff tactics in this era extend beyond mere economic policy, hinting at an underlying plan for global reordering that surprises many and stirs excitement. The reorientation of trade lines forces familiar international alliances to rethink strategies, reminiscent of dramatic shifts seen in past geopolitical overhauls transforming power balances. A taste of recent events reveals that nations like Canada and Mexico have already begun to negotiate revised trade deals under emerging tariff rules. Unexpected twists in trade law are pushing industries to adopt faster innovation cycles, reminiscent of tech companies racing to meet consumer demands with urgency. Changing trade landscapes have compelled manufacturing sectors to overhaul production methods while boosting investments in cutting-edge technologies rapidly to secure future economic dominance globally. The surge in tariffs has become a bold statement of intent, transforming trade relationships while inspiring confidence among domestic manufacturers and fueling future growth. Emerging trade disputes in Southeast Asia serve as vivid reminders of how interconnected global supply chains can be both a blessing and a challenge. A fresh look at historical trade norms reveals that past powerhouses once manipulated tariffs to maintain both economic strength and military supremacy, effectively strategically. Observed shifts in global currency flows emphasize that modern tariffs are wielded as instruments to rebalance international monetary influence subtly while preserving American credibility. Domestic markets have absorbed the shock by innovating distribution channels and streamlining operations to minimize the cost of imported goods for sustainable competitive advantage. Bridging the gap between traditional trade policies and new approaches has sparked creative debates within boardrooms across the country, leading to refreshing policy innovations. A closer view of tariff impositions reveals that they function as subtle nudges to reshape long-standing trading relationships piece by piece with strategic intent. Tariff strategies have reintroduced a sense of urgency into global trade that triggers rapid responses from both small businesses and multinational companies. Important shifts in consumer behavior, such as increased online shopping, have accelerated adjustments made in distribution networks swiftly as retailers embrace digital transformation trends. In the world of international trade, the unexpected and the absurd sometimes walk hand in hand, producing moments worthy of a wry grin indeed. Steady tariff escalation has pressed nations worldwide to innovate alternative trade mechanisms and reconsider their roles in global supply chains for enhanced economic resilience. The ongoing debate centers on how strategic impositions might spur domestic growth, similar to past successes in reviving key industries while energizing local communities. Every new tariff announcement sends ripples through markets, echoing in boardrooms and trickling down to daily consumer costs, inevitably impacting savings and food prices. The scope of this tariff-driven restructuring extends to technology sectors, where software and hardware innovations meet shifting supply expectations, paving the road for progress. Integrating tariffs as tools for diplomatic leverage, the new system showcases how financial instruments can recalibrate delicate international alliances and truly inspire global partnerships. A mix of traditional strength and modern dynamism fuels the drive behind these tariff maneuvers, while boldly redefining competitive global markets. Trade tensions have introduced a measure of unpredictability into the business environment, causing supply lines to be recalibrated unexpectedly, prompting swift and smart adjustments. In this challenging landscape, trade policies are being reshaped like clay on a potter's wheel, reflecting rapid shifts in global priorities with astonishing speed. Amid the intense global debate on tariffs, humorous anecdotes abound, such as a famous CEO joking that tariffs are the new coffee order indeed. Trade reforms reminiscent of historic power shifts carry a familiar ring of ambition, urging nations to break from outdated frameworks for a vibrant future. The interplay between tariff policies and technological progress has opened up new investment avenues across various industries with surprising outcomes, driving innovation and growth. A significant component of the new tariff strategy is to build resilience within supply chains by encouraging diversification and local sourcing for long-term security. When multiple sectors are hit simultaneously, business leaders scramble as if trying to catch falling stars during a meteor shower with comical urgency indeed. The persistent evolution of tariff policies is weaving a complex tapestry of alliances, rivalries, and economic recalibration that defies simple categorization, fueling global innovation. A clear goal emerges: use tariffs as a tool to rejuvenate American industry while rebalancing international trade, ensuring future prosperity, fostering enduring economic strength. Driving home the strategy, recent developments in Southeast Europe demonstrate how tariff policies have pressured countries to innovate and reform in truly remarkable ways. Even a casual news headline now reads like a thriller, as trade tensions spark dramatic shifts that rival a Hollywood blockbuster in real time. While some decision-makers remain tightly focused on short-term outcomes, this transformative tariff strategy embodies a visionary, far-reaching agenda that empowers industries and inspires hope. The art of leveraging tariffs is both a high-stakes game and a masterclass in modern trade warfare with global reverberations, ultimately securing national advantage. Social media buzz highlights these unfolding events, as everyday people share memes and jokes about tariff disruptions with contagious enthusiasm, spreading laughter and insight. Observing these developments, one cannot help but feel that the tariff storm might ultimately lead to profound systemic shifts, changing the future beyond measure. The unconventional approach may raise eyebrows, yet its unfolding narrative holds surprises that make trade disputes less predictable and even intriguing, lightening the mood. This complex yet coherent scheme showcases a balancing act between safeguarding national interests and nurturing fruitful international trade partnerships that empower progress and unity. Ultimately, Trump's tariff maneuvers stand as a testament to the relentless pursuit of innovation and the revitalization of a once flourishing industry for lasting revival. As the narrative unfolds, this dynamic chapter in global trade reminds us to embrace change, laugh at the absurdity, and forge ahead with hope.